What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. We got Alan House. Good morning to you. Good morning to Albert, Andrew, Bill, Corey, Dragon, Emily, Jeff, Joe. Good morning to Kevin, Marius, Michael, Natalie, Peter, Ray, Shane, Tim, William. All my people out in YouTube land. All my lurkers in the background. Not gonna say nothing all day. It's okay. I still love you. Hit that like and subscribe button. But just go out, buy everything. Just buy any stocks, anything available. Chase everything. That's the only thing I gotta say today. You guys have been incredible. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys on. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we're at all-time highs. All-time highs pre-market. We did have some labor numbers come in, and that was it. So a little bit of a weaker labor market. Stocks kind of a little choppy at first, but yeah, just straight running. And I mean, all right, let's go through the technical, I guess, of this market, and then we'll just print it out, throw it in the garbage, and just buy stuff. You got your retest gap from yesterday. I don't really want to be a buyer at open on stocks today. You got 648.92. That would give us a major retest level. If we start getting below it, which if I want to maintain that bullish case, I don't want to see that hit today, but that's 646.47. I've got zero targets to the higher side. I got nothing. This market can absolutely not retest today. This is an incredible bullish gap. Again, where today closes is going to be more important than anything that happens during the day. So where this thing actually closes, if you get that retest, there's your buying opportunity. Otherwise, we're just chasing. We're just going to be chasing things all day, and hoping that the market stays up. But really, really good gap. And I don't. We might not even fully retest this gap. I don't even know if we fully retest this thing. By the way, I remember when we go like panicking. Oh man, this is stock market. This is the one. This is the pullback that was on Tuesday. Uh, okay, we're here. I've got no targets to the higher side. Let's check out the health of the cues. Let's see where we go from here. Not quite at all-time highs. I have some better levels. Not just gapping into all-time highs. It looks incredibly strong. Looking for some kind of support somewhere around 580.31. So small pullback. That's a really good open. We have a psychological level, two of them. One would be the opening price of this candle, so that's going to be somewhere right around 582.72. And then we got the all-time high, which is, I might as well just see what that is. 583.32. So looks to me again, if we can maintain these levels at close, it doesn't even matter if we hit all-time highs today. It's probably likely that we do. But if we could hold above 580.32, that'd be a really, really impressive close. It is a retest gap from yesterday. We've got 3 days of buying in a row. You have almost every single person profitable who ever got into the queues, except for maybe somebody on this day, August 13th. There's somebody still trying to fight to see if they could make their money back, I guess. But other than that, yeah, strong, very, very strong gap. We'll see where again, where queues want to close. If we start getting any candles that close below, we have some wiggle room to the downside before we know if we're going to get a full-on retest. This is going to be 579.60. Anything past that, probably running into 577.47. Me says it's a trap. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Every I wouldn't be shocked, but at the same time, that's a really. If we give up today's open and we start closing, then if we do like a blow off top today, again, that's why the close is going to be extremely important today. And then yesterday was all throughout the day. It was this very slow move, slow move, slow move. I was in two trades for most of the day. The last, I think I sold them with 8 minutes left of the market just to get out of them. As soon as I hit that button, they ran almost the targets, and then Tesla would be about $7 past target this morning. So just kept on going. You got Bitcoin is having a really good day. You are at a little bit of resistance on Bitcoin, but on a technical basis, number one, we got down to our spot. So we'll check that one off. That was our retest spot. Number two, we have a little bit of inverted head and shoulders. That's strong. We are above, I think, at least a psychological level for the neckline of that. I would like to see it a little bit higher. So right where we're at now, I think is the true neckline. So some kind of decent resistance somewhere around 113.094. And if we could close above that today, great. I think if we could get a pullback and then use this 112, and maybe today it happens, maybe sometime over the weekend, but if we get a pullback in this 112.397, I would expect bulls to be buying if we could get some kind of push past that 113, 133 zone. So looking pretty good in crypto space, trying trying to get that bounce. It's been a while. All right, we got some tickers coming in. Tesla. Tesla is looking extremely good. It is a so on this one it is a retest gap from yesterday. I'll discount that one. Discount double check it. That one, even though it is a retest gap, so maybe we get a little pullback. There was people like me trying to trade that one bullish. There was braver people than me holding their shares overnight, and they are wildly profitable today. So a little bit of element to that, but I think the more important thing is you're taking out this high wave candle, high volume, easily clearing the top of that by a mile and a half. Watch for support on this one, somewhere around 347.22. We still got some more room higher. That's going to take us to about 351.40. And if this move continues, we're probably going to see that 360 zone. I don't know about today after the move we've already put in, but fairly good. And then we have if so maybe with this candle, get some people want to take some gains. That gets us into this 347.09. If we start to break that, then I'd be patient, wait for this 343.92 to come in. I don't think we fully retest back to 336.44. I don't think we fully retest to 334.92. If we do, I think there's some other issues in the market, and I I want to be bullish. It's just a matter of picking out spots at this point. First, solar. Almost got to target on Tesla yesterday. Yeah, so that means you held it for probably another 7 minutes, and I held it. I was I was close. I think I locked just about a 1.2 on it, something like that. But yeah, I was hoping we could get that push. I thought that push was coming. I was looking at the SPY all day yesterday. I'm like, everything else is just running. Like it wasn't running. It was pretty good melt up everywhere across the board. I'm like, this is gonna carry over. There's no. I just don't see a future where these Mag 7 names don't start pushing. But they waited till the last second. We got First Solar. That is technically a gap to go. Yesterday was red. Even yesterday, though, was more of a retest candle. It came back, retested this 199.63. Pretty nice close on that one. I think we have 206.72 would be targets for today. Again, maybe a high wave candle. I'd see if this one could pull back a little bit further. The better, the closer you can get to 202.84. I think the better risk reward we get. We'll throw this one a little bit higher. But looks fairly good for today. You do have that first resistance coming in, and then if that resistance breaks, we're probably looking at the next target up would take us to about 210.20. I'll throw that as my exaggerated strong target for today. Pins, PINS. I absolutely hate pins, but every day they look good. Every every single day, and then they just don't move. We could see that today across the board too. So let's expand that view out past pins. The market is absolutely crazy. It looks like it should be bullish. There's probably a lot of traders coming into the market today just going, "Hey, this is let's ride the wave bullish," and then the market doesn't do anything for today. It's possible. We've already put in a good move. For pins though, I love the fact that we're above 37.60, so that's good. Next target is 38.78. There's a lot of resistance in the way before that, so this could be a little bit back and forth. If you're looking for a fade, and again, yesterday was a gap and go, but even that was inside day. If you're looking for a pullback on this one, I'd wait to see if this 3760 breaks down, and then we got probably room into like this 3710. Pins acts a little strange sometimes. We'll watch it. It's not my favorite because it just I've not had a good like I am not going to tell my grandkids about any of my trades on pins ever. I'm just they're not going to hear about it. But we'll get pins a little bit higher. Hood, maybe you guys have more success with it. Swing trading is okay on pins. Day trading I just find really, really annoying. We got Hood is looking good again. This one at open yesterday when we were going through pre-market did not look spectacular. Where it was sitting, we got a really good open on Hood yesterday. I think the DJ Dan indicator was going off on Hood. That would have ran for 2+ Rs. The second one, the second attempt through it, would have ran for 2+ Rs. Uh, but it was a little choppy, but the strength was coming into Hood, and then the rest of the market comes in, clobbers it up. Looks good. I do expect a little bit of a pullback. You got your 20 EMA right in front of you. I don't know if I really want to see. I wouldn't be upset though if it gets there. Full on retest would be 103.82. I think with the strength in Hood today, stay above 140, 104.66. You do have still a lot of room, even to that next target, 106.58, and then the one after that would take you to 107.80. If the market wants to remain strong today, that would be my target. Hold as long as possible, but I'm gonna need a little bounce. Give me about 40, about 80 cents to the downside first. Hold that first support. I'm okay getting in here, but now we got to take out that next support, or at that point would be resistance. But yeah, looks good. It's got some room on it. I kind of like it. PLTR. Me says AMD and Nvidia have not joined the party. Yeah, chips. Quiet. Quiet on this rally. So just when you think this rally's going to be over, that's when the chips come in and just save us again. Sleepers. Uh, Palantir also much better open than yesterday. Was looking ridiculously weak, but we got into support 153.36. Kind of just held that zone. That's where we had to have held. Bulls came up, they closed still under that resistance. I like today's gap a lot more than than the open. We're still inside of this candle from Wednesday. We really have not broken that out yet. I think trying to buy the dip, although it's a little bit tricky on Palantir, still in this bigger chop zone, but the closer you get to about, I think about 157.41, maybe if this one's come down a little extended, 157.06, you might have some room. Next target on this one takes us to about 160.07. Again, you're still down, you're holding a little bit of support. We're above some decent support now at open if this is where we open, and maybe we could break through it. I think that's going to be a tough challenge to break through for today. We'll see. But 160.42, next target has tons of runway to the higher side, which would be back to 173. So back in the game, I think on Palantir, shaky open yesterday, setting itself up a little bit better for today, I think. Andrew says I don't hold overnight on Tesla anymore. Uh, the good news is Elon has been a little bit quiet, so he hasn't. I haven't seen any like political headlines from Elon, so maybe the water's safe to hold Tessie overnight again. Until we actually hold it overnight, and then starts tweet storming again. C limited looks really really good again. No targets to the higher side. I don't think. Ah, there is some. Okay. Uh, in a longer term picture, you have a lot of room to go. Smaller time frame, I guess. Target could take us up to 19, about 200, 199.80ish, somewhere around there. So a bunch of room there. Today's open, not bad. Again, we've had a good run into this gap. This is my biggest issue today is going to be trying to figure out how to get into something because I don't know if these retests come in, but they're all essentially retest gaps. If we get the pullback, 190.33, that would set us up for almost a $10 move. Bullish. It looks like it wants to go higher on a swing trade perspective. I think if you're already in it, it looks really good to go higher from here. Providing, hold on, let me stop scrolling my charts. We'll throw this one over here. Providing that today closes above 190.08, if we could close above it, I think this thing is primed where probably wants to go higher on a swing trade basis. Let's see, we got MU and then Open. Open was running. MU, nice little gap up. That one is looking directly into resistance. Really good gap on this one. It's a good $3 move. You got 127.50, also a good psychological hold number. Anything above 127.50, you get next psychological level 129.42. Otherwise, not really much holding you back at that point. But big retest, good breakout. I think I'd rather play the fade, although I will hit the short button on that one and then just close my eyes and cry. Probably, I'd be absolutely terrified today. But that I think I'd be leaning more short at open if this is where we open. But if we start creeping above the 127.50 zone, I'd probably stick with the trend and then reverse it to go bullish if more momentum can come in. Qualcomm. This is another tricky one. Um, it might be a little spready too on a day trade. I'm not sure. But I know for swings, this thing goes all over the place. It does have a little bit of room, so we're opening into a tiny resistance. We've been here a few times before. I'm not sure how strong this resistance wants to be, but that would be 160.72. Target 162.02 because it is tricky. Just chops all over the place first. I would be okay missing the upside of this one. If this one wants to pull back, I'd be a little bit more interested, where I don't feel like I have to. I don't feel like I'm getting FOMO on Qualcomm. Longer term, I like Qualcomm though. I do like it longer term. Just all over the place. Marvell, I like it a lot. Yeah, that's going pretty high on my list. Throw that in the number one spot. Dealing with a little resistance at 65.19. I think a lot of traders are going to be looking for that gap fill. I'm not sure if that happens today. That'd be wild. Next target after that, about 66.41. Next target after that, 67.44. All of those can be resistance. Uh, I'd see if they get a tiny pullback first, maybe high wave candle out of the gate, something like that. You want to stay above 64.27, and the closest you could buy it to it, that would get you your better risk reward. But that looks decent. You got a good high volume candle from August 29th, obviously off of earnings. Starting to get above the opening price. That opening price is probably going to be a very good psychological level. We even threw a bullish engulfing candle and then hung out for a while. So I think this could ramp up to be a little bit of decent momentum to the higher side. I think it should be a higher price stock than $64. The earnings came in as a miss, but they weren't that bad. They were not bad at all. ALB on the list today. And then we'll take a look at some AMD and Nvidia for you guys as well. We got ALB, yeah, good looking gap. Nice $4 move. This one will have some resistance at 84.98. Longer term basis, we are still above that 200. We've now come back, tried to retest it twice. I think we're waiting for some of these smaller time frames to move up higher, but yeah, starting to have a little bit of life to it. We got AMD. AMD not celebrating, not enjoying the all-time highs, but gap and go. Not you want this thing to be much stronger if you could close above 160.29. I think that's my target for today. You do have a little bit of support here. I think I would be. You got the 50 EMA. I think I'd be a buyer here. I think this is a failed gap and go for today. I don't know if we carry this one through. Um, but if we could get past 157.88, then I think you have more room to the downside. I would take us to about 155.72. 155 flat would be a really strong support. Any closing past that, I think we're looking at this gap fill down to like 146, which I think eventually we probably get down to. Other than that, it is a gap to go for today, so probably the lean is to the bear side. If you could short it or want to short it, the higher you get to 160.29. I would look at the SPY, I would look at the Qs before getting in. If the Qs and SPY look like they're about to roll down and we are giving back some of the gains from this morning, that's going to add a little extra pressure to maybe push us past that support. But I think that's a really good support on AMD. Probably if the market is higher, looks good, looks strong, you might have some buyers right off of that support and then probably about a $2 target to the higher side for AMD. So I'm not going to go completely bearish on that one. I think yesterday was a very ugly open. I think yesterday had a better shot of some kind of downward move. Bulls proved they didn't want to take this one down yet. Nvidia looks rough. Also, opening into one very key support though. It's gotta hold on to 169.09. Otherwise, maybe you have some more room on Nvidia short than you do on the AMD short. I can't imagine too much of a disconnect between the two of them. But your next spot down on Nvidia would take us to 168. We've been there before. Next target for me would be about 166.33 and then 164.99. How are we talking about a extremely bullish market and then considering bearish Nvidia and AMD? I don't know if I woke up this morning. I'm not sure. Hims, uh momentum stock off that 200, buying off that silly little blue line seems to pay the bills sometimes. Other than that, beautiful double bottom, nice breakout yesterday. This is a monster retest gap. I don't know. We could probably retest that full thing. I don't really love that. Full retest would take me into about 47.65. If we pull back to the highs, you got some support there. So I would give this one a little bit of time. You also have some room to about $50.17. This is a tough market to call today. Because I know that there's retailers that are going to be buying this thing that love this name. They love receiving little blue pills in the mail. But yeah, besides the retail factor, if this one pulls back, we get better risk reward. And then it could do wild things and just start breaking resistance out of nowhere. Really good double bottom on pullbacks. I don't know anything about that. I don't know. Lulu did have earnings yesterday. Um, I'm happy with them. I own Lululemon. Full disclosure, I'm happy because I don't have the full position I want yet. So extremely happy on this gap down. I was looking at this thing before, like a couple months ago. There is a path. I don't know if we get there, but there's a path to $60.42. That seems pretty far stretched. There is a path to 142. There's a path to 123. Um, Earnings that came in yesterday, we missed on, well, we hit the earnings per share by 24 cents. That's good. We missed the estimated revenue by 12 million. Again, as a long-term investor, especially when you're not fully in your position, being down on positions is amazing. I know a wild concept, but this will get me, and I still got some time. We'll see if this one gets bid up. It is looking kind of cheap. I hope this thing goes lower. The lower that goes, the better. Strong company, good free cash flow. I think what was their margins like 47% on their yoga pants. I get it, high competition, all this yada yada. Retail, not favored right now. Um, this has been a lot of selling into this. I don't know if I have any good support over here, but I would imagine that this probably if we could let's see if there's any type of support, this is probably going to get bid up off of it. We have a no, not a gap fill. It's a little high wave candle in there. It's looking weak. This one might come down a little bit more. Let's see if it comes down to like, and it might have already done this one pre-market, but 158.02, and then a much, much stronger level, somewhere close to like 138. So it does have a little bit more room to the higher side, but this has just been absolutely getting crushed for a long time. Andrew's looking to get lower. Yeah, I got a just over half my position that I would like to get in Lululemon. And again, it's a long-term hold, so I don't really care what happens after it, but good company, good cash flow. I'm not panicking on news of competition, and their brand is still extremely strong. So I will be building more positions, but I did the deposit for this month, so we'll see where it's at beginning of October, and then I'll get to add again. AEO, since we're on retail, and you guys are asking for those good jeans. Again, what if Lululemon just gets a Sydney Sweeney or a Travis Kelce to like I don't know. I could probably give me this. Let me be CEO for like a day of Lululemon, and I'll get the stock pumping. You have a little bit more room on this one, but this is a massive up 32, 35% yesterday on yeah, 37% yesterday on AEO. High short float. I think it was like 18.1 as of yesterday. I don't know what the short float is today. Otherwise, I think you got room to about $19.30. I wouldn't chase it here. If this thing wants to pull back, great. Maybe you could establish a position somewhere around 18.25, stops 17.20. But I'm not chasing this one. I think there's other more attractive plays. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. It's just been up a lot. I mean, if I really love AEO, I could have made that call on this little rounding double bottom. Got in for about 32% cheaper from yesterday, even before yesterday, even more so, about 100%. Well, from this price, 50% lower, but I'd be up about 100% now buying that double bottom. So I think there was better opportunities. It doesn't mean it can't go higher from here. There is a good short flow to it, but give me at least a small pullback for a day trade. Did I miss your take on SoFi when I was getting coffee? Well, the good news is I did not even look at it. So, no. All right, we got SoFi is chilling. Again, retest gap. I don't know if I want that full retest. That would take us to 25.39, but if it wants to pull back to 25.52, that'd be an interesting spot to look. Otherwise, you do have resistance around 26.05. Still gives you about 20 cents higher from here. Or it just breaks out. Retailers just push it all over the place. MGC. If you think you're gonna break the highs on SoFi, then small high wave candle. I think bullish, but I'd like a pullback. That looks really, really interesting. Yep, starting to break out. See if there's a very, very small pullback. If well, we're kind of there now. I'm probably gonna need this one to go a little higher. 236.75. That looks really good. Looks like it wants to continue to break out from that zone. So I like that. Higher lows. We are making higher highs, although that last higher high was a little smaller. Looks like we want to be back into this thing bullish. Nice gap up. All right, now you got to wait for that pullback. Other than that, everybody in YouTube land, I can't believe it's Friday. This short 4-day week is wild. But in YouTube land, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. You guys are incredible. I'll catch you guys on Monday.